So, I've done a lot of, like, what if this person protected that city or this way, but here's one where we've all kind of talked about this what if scenario. Really, like, this is something we've all kind of talked about in one capacity or another, where we've all just kind of like, yeah, what would it be like if this happened? And yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, what if the Calamity trio and Sasha and Marcy didn't go to the world of Amphibia? Instead, they ended up on the Boiling Isles. So yes, I know there's been tons of fan fiction, there's been a ton of fan art, and a lot of all of that. But let's just kind of really talk about, like, what would the effect be for them and as the rest of the world. So in this we're not going to have lose here. Like, what if we just didn't have lose? And what that means for the effects of having these three characters in here instead of lose, and what that effect might ensue. So, also, for this also means that rather than end up in Amphibia through the box, they went through the door. Like, let's say Marcy saw Albert collecting junk, and then was like, come on, guys, let's go, let's go, that owl's weird, let's go. And Sasha and Marcy were like, wait, you idiot, wait! So they all went to the world of the Boiling Isles, but got separated. So what would it be like? So what would that be like? Now, obviously, the big thing here. Let's go character by character. Let's start off with Anne. First and foremost, Anne here would be vastly Anne would be vastly different. She wouldn't have the planners to really, like, ground herself. She'd probably be the one that Ida finds. Like, Ida would find her and take her in. But the thing is that Anne isn't Luz. Luz was this very idealistic, very happy-go-lucky character. Anne's kind of a jaded teenager who does have a pure heart, but she's also got a bit of a mouth to her. So I could see Anne and Ida, like, clashing all the time. Also, I do think that Anne would also really bond with King like she did with Sprig. But Anne and Ida would probably be at each other's throats at the beginning. Also, I don't think Anne would want to learn magic right away, but seeing Ida and how powerful she is, I think it would be like, yeah, I really, like, teach me how to do cool magic stuff. And she'd be like, all right, cool, I could do that, yeah. I feel like that's where it would go, is that Anne would have this, like, not first a drive to learn magic, but then she would just kind of, like, learn from it, and also, like, want to learn. The other thing is, too, is that since there's no lose, I don't think there'd be a major change with Amity. If anything, I think Amity would kind of throw herself more into her, like, into kind of being wanting to be part of the Emperor's Coven. Remember, it was a lot of lose that helped change things with Willow. And Anne wouldn't, I don't think Anne would have, well, actually, no, I think she would have that connect with Willow if she ever encountered her. But there wouldn't be that kind of, like, desire to change because she wouldn't be connected to Amity that way, like the way Luz was. So Amity might be worse off than than originally before. So that would be kind of the problem. Now, would Lilith be this? Now, I don't really know what we could do about Lilith. Obviously, I think Anne, like, how things could probably go. With Lilith, that's up in the air. So could she still be with the Emperor's Coven? Because it was actually her seeing how bad the Emperor was firsthand. So maybe there's a chance she'd change. And would Amity change with Lilith? That's hard to say. Like, that's really hard to say. Now, let's talk about Sasha. Now, let's say just like in Amphibia, they all separated. So for here, let's say that, I don't know, Sasha ended up with being found by the Emperor, by Belos and the others. I think she would throw in with the Emperor's Coven, but she'd be, like, Sasha would be much worse off as a character if that occurred. I think it would be a much worse situation for her, because it isn't like with the Toads, where the Toads have, like, a code of honor and respected Sasha. Here, Belos would be, like, using Sasha as, like, one of his hunters. Like, he would be manipulating Sasha and psychologically damaging her and using her own manipulative nature to kind of like further his agenda. I think it would be that he would make Sasha one of his best witch hunters, and I think he would be like, your friends have been corrupted by witchcraft, and he would even like turn them against each other and have like another like someone who wouldn't be like someone as hard to control as Hunter would be. I do also see that Hunter and Sasha would probably be at each other's throats and kind of competing for Belos's favor. And also throw in Kikimora in that mix. Oh god, that'd be like Sasha would be trying to be the new second in command and kind of show herself off. And I think Belos would kind of favor her more because she's another human. It's not like with Hunter, who's technically not human, he's a Grimwalker, and Kikimora, who's a demon. So I think he would kind of have more favorability for Sasha and kind of like groom her to be his second in command. Like, it would be kind of like I almost kind of imagine it to be like a Vader and Palpatine kind of thing, where she would be like Belos's fist and be the prime witch hunter, and even probably and be even more dangerous, and it would take everything Anne would have to try to convince her otherwise. Now, could Anne figure it out and try to get Sasha away from Belos's lies? Possibly. It'd be very fucking hard. Now, Marcy. Where would Marcy end up? Marcy would think this is the greatest goddamn thing of her life. She would think this is a fucking isekai. She would be completely enamored by the world. She would be completely just in awe of everything. I think she would be just like, yeah, I'm an isekai anime protagonist and I'm living in a fantasy world. She would definitely have a lot of Luz's desire to learn magic, as well as she would want to very much stay in this world. And who would I don't know who. Probably I would say the person who she'd be with is maybe Rain, or Rain, the little rebellion group. Maybe I could almost see Darius and Emberwolf taking her in and just being like, you goddamn child, you wretched little gremlin child, you will die if you don't have supervision. Here, let me take care of you. I feel like that's what would happen, is that he would be Darius and Emberwolf would be her adoptive parents. That's what I really feel like, is that they would find her and be like, if Belos finds her, and then we have a problem, because she might think she's a witch or something. So keep her safe and have her join the little rebellion of the cats. I could even see Rain also Rain taking a shine to her as well, and I think it would be Marcy and Anne who would meet before Sasha. But that's the thing, is that they would probably meet a lot faster. Amphibia isn't like the Boiling Isles, because the Amphibia is a whole goddamn world. It's the Boiling Isles isn't that big. It's really just, like I said, it's a bunch of islands. So it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't be that long. It wouldn't take that long until they ran into each other. In fact, it'd probably be a couple weeks when Anne, Sasha, and Marcy, meet each other. But I feel like in that time of being in the world of the Boiling Isles, it changed them drastically different. I also feel like Marcy, going back to her real quick, Marcy, if you thought Marcy wouldn't want to leave Amphibia and kind of be I did all this for you guys, and it would be 10 times over, because it's almost like an anime world that she's always dreamed of. She has that kind of a naivete that Luz once had, but way more trusting, sadly. So, yeah. But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think it would be like if the Calamity Trio ended up in the Boiling Isles? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.